Welcome back. It's Roman the Cruise Doctor. As an experienced cruise analyst, consultant, and advisor, I've witnessed numerous changes in cruise policies over the years. However, the recent wave of item bans across various cruise lines has sparked a mix of confusion, frustration, and acceptance among travelers. These changes highlight not only evolving safety protocols, but also the shifting dynamics of passenger experience. Let's dive into the most significant recently banned items on cruises, their implications, and what this means for the future of cruising. Let's talk about Bluetooth speakers and audio devices and how to balance comfort and courtesy. One of the most debated bans has been the prohibition of Bluetooth speakers on Carnival Cruise Line ships. Carnival's policy now states all speakers, including Bluetooth, portable, and wireless types, and radios are prohibited and will be held and returned at the end of the cruise. This ban extends to white noise machines and other audio devices. Carnival claims this measure ensures public announcements are audible to all passengers, a critical safety consideration. However, a deeper motivation likely stems from the widespread misuse of these devices in public areas, leading to complaints. Many passengers have reported disruptions caused by loud music around pools, lounges, and cabins. This culminated in an overwhelming 88% of respondents in a poll conducted by Carnival's brand ambassador, John Heald, supporting the ban. While some argue for leniency when such devices are used responsibly within private cabins, the majority of guests have welcomed the peace this policy has introduced. The ban also highlights the growing importance of shared spaces aboard cruise ships. With thousands of passengers aboard, the misuse of audio devices can quickly escalate into a disruption that impacts everyone's experience. By addressing this proactively, Carnival is aiming to create a more harmonious onboard environment. However, this ban has left some travelers, especially those who rely on white noise machines for sleep, scrambling to find alternatives. Earphones or downloading white noise apps may be viable solutions, but it's an adjustment for those accustomed to using their devices freely. It is worth noting that some cruise lines have chosen to implement similar bans with slight variations. For instance, Royal Caribbean has not explicitly banned Bluetooth speakers but advises passengers to exercise discretion in their use. This nuanced approach seeks to balance passenger convenience with communal harmony. Nevertheless, the overwhelming response from cruisers in favor of the ban suggests that stricter policies may become an industry-wide standard in the future. Further complicating the issue is the rise of multi-generational cruising. With family members of varying ages sharing spaces, the potential for conflict over noise levels increases. This trend makes the regulation of audio devices even more important as cruise lines work to create environments that cater to diverse passenger needs without compromising enjoyment for any group. Next on the list, we've got multi-plug outlets. Royal Caribbean recently added multi-plug outlets to its list of banned items, aligning with the long-standing prohibition of surge protector power strips. These items pose significant fire risks, especially given the unique electrical systems on board ships. Although USB-only power adapters remain permissible, cruisers who rely on charging multiple devices must now adjust their packing habits. The concern with multi-plug outlets lies in their potential to overload electrical systems designed for marine use. Unlike the robust electrical grids on land, cruise ships operate with systems tailored to safety and efficiency. Overloading these systems could lead to fires or other hazardous situations. This policy underscores the need for passengers to pack with safety in mind, choosing approved alternatives to ensure their gadgets stay powered without risking onboard safety. Carnival, interestingly, has not adopted a similar ban on multi-plug outlets. This variation in policies underscores the importance of researching specific guidelines for your cruise line before setting sail. It's a reminder that no two cruise lines operate identically, and being informed is key to avoiding inconveniences. Passengers have expressed mixed reactions to these bans. On the one hand, many appreciate the emphasis on safety, acknowledging the risks associated with improper electrical usage. On the other hand, travelers accustomed to modern conveniences often find these restrictions inconvenient. Cruise lines could potentially mitigate frustrations by offering more charging stations or USB ports in cabins and public areas, aligning their onboard amenities with passenger needs in the digital age. A deeper dive into passenger expectations reveals an increasing reliance on electronic devices during travel. From smartphones and tablets to e-readers and wearable technology, the modern traveler carries multiple gadgets that require frequent charging. To address these needs, some cruise lines are beginning to redesign cabins with integrated USB ports and charging hubs. Such measures not only enhance passenger satisfaction but also demonstrate a commitment to innovation and adaptability in a rapidly changing travel landscape. Thirdly, we've got Starlink Mini. The Starlink Mini, a portable satellite internet device by SpaceX, emerged as a creative workaround for expensive onboard Wi-Fi. However, it quickly landed on the banned items list after a high-profile incident where a passenger demonstrated its use on a Carnival ship. The device's ability to bypass the ship's internet systems likely raised concerns about potential interference with onboard communications. Financial motivations also played a role, as cruise lines rely heavily on revenue from internet packages. As of now, most cruise lines explicitly ban satellite dishes and similar internet infrastructure devices. This ban reflects a broader tension between passenger convenience and corporate revenue streams. While the Starlink Mini offers faster, more affordable internet for passengers, its presence threatens the profitability of cruise line internet packages. Additionally, there's the technical concern that such devices could interfere with the ship's navigation or communication systems, although this remains speculative. For passengers seeking better connectivity, this ban underscores the need to work within the confines of available onboard services or to explore connectivity options in port. To address the growing demand for high-speed internet, some cruise lines have begun collaborating with satellite providers to enhance their onboard offerings. Royal Caribbean, for instance, has partnered with SpaceX to bring Starlink internet to its fleet, aiming to provide faster and more reliable connectivity for passengers. Such initiatives indicate a shift in the industry's approach, balancing profitability with the need to meet evolving passenger expectations. This move also reflects a broader trend of integrating technology into the cruise experience. From interactive apps for planning onboard activities to virtual reality excursions, the role of technology in shaping modern cruising cannot be overstated. The introduction of enhanced internet services aligns with these advancements, offering passengers the convenience of staying connected without compromising the unique appeal of a cruise vacation. Fourth, we've got wheelchairs and accessibility. In a move that's drawn sharp criticism, some UK-based cruise lines, including P&O and Fred Olsen, have begun restricting wheelchair usage to guests who book accessible cabins. Previously, passengers with foldable wheelchairs could reserve standard cabins. Now, citing compliance with the International Convention for the Safety of Life at Sea, SOLAS, these lines argue the need to limit the number of passengers requiring emergency assistance. This policy shift has significant implications for travelers with mobility challenges. Accessible cabins often come at a premium, effectively raising the cost of cruising for these individuals. Moreover, the restriction places a burden on passengers to declare their mobility needs in advance or risk being denied boarding. For some, this change feels like a step backward in making cruises inclusive and accessible for all. The SOLAS regulations are designed to ensure safety, particularly in emergencies where crew members are tasked with assisting passengers. However, balancing these safety requirements with the principles of inclusivity is a delicate challenge. Cruise lines must find ways to address these concerns without alienating a segment of their clientele. For now, the best advice for travelers needing mobility aids is to thoroughly research the policies of their chosen cruise line and plan accordingly. Advocacy groups and passenger feedback have been instrumental in bringing attention to the impact of these changes. Some organizations are calling for clearer communication and increased investment in accessible infrastructure to ensure that cruising remains a viable option for travelers with disabilities. As the industry evolves, it will be crucial for cruise lines to strike a balance between operational safety and inclusivity. One potential solution lies in leveraging technology to enhance accessibility. Innovations such as mobile apps for navigating ships, automated lifts for pool access, and real-time assistance requests could greatly improve the experience for passengers with disabilities. By investing in such initiatives, cruise lines can demonstrate a commitment to inclusivity while addressing legitimate safety concerns. The fifth item ban is CBD products. Cruise lines have also cracked down on CBD products, even those marketed for medicinal purposes. Carnival's policy explicitly states that CBD items are prohibited, citing legal inconsistencies in ports of call. The consequences of violating this rule can be severe, as one passenger's experience demonstrated. Melinda Erin van Veldhuizen was denied boarding and banned for life after CBD gummies were found in her luggage at Port Miami. This serves as a stark reminder to thoroughly review prohibited items lists before packing. CBD, despite its widespread use for therapeutic purposes, occupies a legal gray area internationally. What may be legal and acceptable in one jurisdiction could lead to complications in another. For cruise lines, enforcing a blanket ban simplifies compliance, but places the onus on passengers to navigate these complexities. Travelers relying on CBD for medical reasons should consult their doctors for alternative solutions and ensure they adhere to the cruise line's policies. This issue has sparked debate among passengers, with some arguing that the ban is overly restrictive given CBD's non-psychoactive properties. Others contend that the inconsistencies in international regulations justify the precautionary approach. As awareness of CBD's benefits continues to grow, cruise lines may face pressure to revisit these policies, potentially allowing exceptions for medical use with proper documentation. A broader conversation about health and wellness aboard cruise ships is also emerging. From onboard spas offering holistic therapies to expanded fitness facilities, cruise lines are increasingly catering to health-conscious travelers. Addressing the role of CBD in this context could open new opportunities for meeting passenger expectations while maintaining regulatory compliance. Lastly, we've got a quirky ban: upside-down pineapple decorations. Carnival has also taken aim at a peculiar piece of cruise culture: upside-down pineapple door decorations. Known as a symbol among those in the swingers lifestyle, these decorations have sparked controversy. While Carnival initially announced their removal, the statement was later retracted. Nevertheless, the topic highlights how cruise lines navigate maintaining an inclusive environment while curbing behaviors that could alienate other guests. This quirky ban raises questions about how cruise lines manage passenger behavior and onboard culture. While such decorations may seem harmless, they underscore the broader challenge of balancing personal expression with the comfort of the wider passenger community. For now, it appears that discretion is key, and passengers should be mindful of how their actions and choices are perceived by others. Cruise forums and social media have been abuzz with discussions about this policy. Some passengers find the ban amusing, viewing it as a reflection of the unique subcultures that thrive within the cruising community. Others argue that such measures are unnecessary, emphasizing the importance of respecting personal boundaries and fostering an inclusive atmosphere. To conclude, these bans reflect broader trends in cruising, a focus on safety, guest satisfaction, and operational efficiency. For travelers, the takeaway is clear: preparation is key. Always consult your cruise line's most up-to-date prohibited items list to avoid inconveniences or costly mistakes. As someone who's spent years consulting and advising on the cruise industry, I see these changes as both necessary and challenging. They underscore the complexity of balancing guest freedom with communal harmony and operational safety. While some bans, like those on Bluetooth speakers, are welcomed by many, others, like the restrictions on wheelchairs, have sparked valid concerns about accessibility and inclusivity. Moreover, these changes invite a broader conversation about the future of cruising. As passenger demographics evolve and expectations shift, cruise lines must remain agile in addressing new challenges. Whether it's enhancing safety protocols, refining accessibility policies, or managing onboard culture, the industry's ability to adapt will determine its success in the years to come. Furthermore, cruise lines must also engage with their passengers to better understand their concerns and expectations. Transparent communication about the reasons behind policy changes, along with a willingness to consider constructive feedback, can go a long way in maintaining customer loyalty. By fostering a sense of collaboration and shared purpose, cruise lines can create a more inclusive and enjoyable experience for all. To that end, the role of technology in shaping the future of cruising cannot be overstated. From improved onboard connectivity to enhanced safety features, innovation will play a crucial role in addressing the evolving needs of passengers. As cruising evolves, so too must we as travelers. Adapting to these changes ensures smoother, more enjoyable experiences for everyone on board. After all, the magic of cruising lies in the journey, not just the items we bring along. And that's all from me on the latest cruise bans and policy changes. As the cruising world continues to evolve, staying informed is key to ensuring smooth sailing. Pack wisely, follow the guidelines, and embrace the joy of exploring the open seas. Until next time, enjoy cruising.